Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K17. Now for this one, we have inserted John Cena inside a time capsule and taken him back in the past to the days of Raw is War, as he's going to take on Bret Hart. Now this one was suggested by Zach Rushing, so thank you much for that, Zach. Of course, if anyone else does have any suggestions for random matches, then please do drop in the comment section below. I will add them to the hat and give you a shout out in the process. But this one could be very interesting. This one is going to be literally the main man of the last sort of 10 years. On the man who was the main man of the 90s really in WWE. Well, the early 90s at least. So it's going to be a good chance to see who would win across the generations. I suppose if we wanted to take this to another level, we could do sort of Hogan versus... What would be Hogan versus Bret Hart versus The Rock versus Cena maybe? Would that be spanning across the 4 generations, or would you do Hogan versus Bret, Austin versus Cena? It's difficult because there's so many people. Like, you've got Shawn Michaels in there as well. The Undertaker's always been a big... It's difficult to try and pick the one man out from each generation which really dominated wrestling, especially the Attitude Era. I know 80s and early 90s were probably Hogan, mid 90s were probably Bret Hart, late 90s a combination of Rock and Austin. Triple H was in there as well, but I think Rock and Austin were the main two that kept that company going. Of course, Bret Hart at that time had gone across to WCW as well after the Montreal Screwjob. And then yeah, Cena turns up in 2003-ish. I might be wrong. That just for some reason 2003 popped to my head. And then from there on, he sort of dominated wrestling for a good sort of 10 years. Obviously, the likes of CM Punk and people like that have come in, and they've tried to take his place. However, WWE have not got anyone to take his place. So it'd be a good chance here for Bret the Hitman Hart to really show what he can do against John Cena. Really a battle across the generations. And we could also, if we're lucky, get our first submission victory. We haven't had one of yet. I have been assured by a couple of people in the comment section that there is an improvement in the submission system, and people are winning matches by submission. However, we just don't seem to have had that luck yet. But you never know, we might get lucky, so we might get lucky in this match. Hopefully we will, because I would like to see a submission victory just to make me feel a little bit better about the situation, because I have considered a few times now taking some people and removing their finishers and changing them to impact finishers, because last year's submission finishers didn't work at all in 2K16. I think we had 3 victories in about the 1,000 matches we uploaded. How many we did? I'm assuming we did about 1,000 matches, because we did over 100 random matches. Add on to that, we did all of the matches for all of our universe modes. So we must have done pretty close to 1,000 matches, if not over. So yeah, if you think that every episode of the universe mode we did 5 or 6. Well, at the beginning we were doing 5, 6, 7 matches. We were doing every single match on the card. As time went on, we started to skip and go down to 3 or 4 matches per card. But even then, we've still just absolutely ploughed through the matches, and still only 3 people were managed to win by submission. See now belly to belly in the corner with Bret Hart. Cena, that's a stiff right hand. Bret went down really hard there. Bret now with the Saito suplex. Let me talk about submission finishes. You watch Bret win this with a pile driver. You watch it. Over the top cutter by Bret Hart. Now continuing the assault by kicking the legs of Cena. Maybe weakening the legs for a potential sharpshooter. Big uppercut there by Bret Hart. Now dragging Cena into the middle of the ring. Looking for that patented Russian leg sweep. Big stomp on the gut of Cena. Now just wrenching back at his neck. Cena looking for a fisherman suplex, but Bret breaks free, and there's that running crossbody. Bret now dragging Cena into the middle of the ring. Rolls him over. What's he going to go for here? He's going to drop an elbow into the inside of the knee of Cena. Just stomping on the arm as well. And now a knee to the back. Bret really forcing the issue here with Cena. Cena fights through with that. Pulling Bret down by the arm. I'm sorry I sound a bit dodgy. I've been recording so much today. My throat is absolutely red raw. So I am struggling a little bit. Cena with that half Nelson into a neck breaker. Lovely move. It's something he started using for a little bit of time. Cena did get a bit of hassle for a while about not varying his moveset. And he came out with a few moves. There was a springboard stunner. There was that half Nelson into a neck breaker. But he seems to have stopped using them all now. I don't understand why. Because he was really starting to improve himself just by varying his moveset. It just seems to have died down a bit now. He seems to have just settled at the fact that he's going to do what he's going to do and not let the crowd decipher him anymore. Is Bret Hart going to go for a springboard? I don't know if he ever used that in real life, but it's effective. I'll give you that. I told you. What did I tell you earlier on in the match? What did I tell you was going to happen? I said Bret will end up winning this one by a pile driver. But Cena kicked out. It's not quite going to be as quick as our Brock Lesnar AJ Styles match was then. Styles with that big Cena with that big uppercut, and now Bret looking for that DDT, but Cena fights free with the big right hands. Now Cena taking Bret up into a gut wrench suplex. And Cena now looking potentially for a 5-knuckle shuffle on the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. And Cena, I thought there was going to start lining Bret Hart up potentially for an AA, but instead he just DDTs him. He DDTs his leg into the mat, and maybe Cena's thinking of an STF. Maybe Cena might be the one to get his first, to get our first submission victory. And he does go in for the STF. Now, interesting. I dare say that Bret Hart is probably quite good when it comes to submissions on this game. Yeah, does roll Cena free. There's the jawbreaker. Cena, what was that? Where did that come from? That massive right hand sent Bret Hart down to the mat pretty damn quickly. And Cena just knocking Bret Hart clean down and busting him open in the process. Oh, now Cena looking for that 5-knuckle shuffle once again. See, whenever Cena puts his hand up in the air like that in real life, he instantly gets booed. And, oh, look at Bret now. Bret is really struggling. The blood flowing from the forehead. Cena into the AA. And surely Cena is going to win this one. No, Bret kicked out. How on earth did Bret do that? That is crazy. I don't even know. But he stays in this one. Look at the blood pouring from the forehead of Bret Hart now. See, just stamping on the back of Bret. There's the pin. 1, 2. And again, Bret just showing resilience. Cena just continuing the elbows to the forehead. And Bret is just really peeing with blood now. And Cena just continues to work on the face of Bret. He knows that he's working that cut more and more and more. But Cena knows he's got to do that. He has to do that to continue to have any chance of winning this one. He knows that you have to be clinical in these matches. Bret Hart's not just going to lay down for you. You're going to have to finish him off yourself. Bret now has Cena up in the big vertical suplex. Takes him down. Bret stomping on the face of Cena now. And a running dropkick to the head. And Bret Hart may have turned this one round slightly. Bret just feeling the blood on his forehead now, just staring down the ground and Cena. I don't like it when they do this. They keep doing this in these games. They stand there and they wait. What is Bret Hart doing? This is on legendary difficulty. And Bret Hart hit a big move. And then just didn't follow it up. He just stood there and stared at John Cena. And once again, Bret now sending Cena to the outside. And is Bret going to dive? We've not seen a dive so far in this game. A proper one like this anyway. We were about to see one in an Iron Woman match a couple of days ago. And the match cut halfway through. And Bret does hit the tope suicida through the middle rope. But see Bret trying to bring Cena back up to his feet. Cena sending him over the top. Cena now sending Bret back into the ropes and another elbow to the forehead. Cena now just kicking to the back of the head of Bret Hart once again, now looking for another 5-knuckle shuffle potentially. Cena again, another fist to the face of Bret Hart, and you see now the blood just squirted down onto the chest of Bret Hart. He is struggling. He's looking like Ric Flair at this point in time. You know what Ric Flair's like for bleeding. Cena for another AA, and surely this time it's third time lucky for Cena. Holy crap. This just got real. Bret Hart just kicked out of another AA. Fight Cena away when Cena went for the cutter. Cena now taking Bret Hart up. Sit out powerbomb. Cena now dropping an elbow into the inside of the knee. What Cena got to do to finish this one off? Elbow across the chest of Bret Hart. In for the pin he goes again. Again, it's only a 2 count. I cannot believe that Bret's still in this one. He's been absolutely streaming with blood for such a long time. Cena's hit him with 2 AAs. And still he kicks out. Cena now just... what's this? The referee's checking on Bret Hart. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I've not seen that before. Referee telling Cena to back away so he can check on Bret Hart. I don't know if that's to do with the blood. I wonder if there's any mechanic where the referee will stop the match. Only a 2 count. Bret, oh my god, look at Bret. The blood streaming. To say, I wonder if there's any mechanic in the game where the referee will stop the match if the blood gets too much. But I've never seen that before where the referee forced Cena to back away so he could check on him. Suplex by Bret Hart now on Cena. And Bret, he's back. He's back. He's taunting on the top rope. Needs to pay more attention though. He's managed to show off his resilience in this one, but now he needs to finish Cena off. And he might try and do it here, but it's terrible ring positioning. Absolutely awful. And until 2K can sort of fix it, so when people use a submission finisher, they drag people into the middle of the ring first, because that's... See, Bret Hart's just built up all his momentum to get a finishing manoeuvre, and because of his ring positioning, he's just wasted it there. I want to see some more of this referee checking on Bret Hart, potentially even calling in the doctor maybe, I don't know. The crowd are chanting for Cena, but Bret Hart now in full control of this match, trying to get some retribution. Big elbow to the head of Cena. And how this match is still going, I do not know. It's been absolutely crazy. Bret now, just wrenching back that leg on Cena. Sending Cena into the corner. Boot to the gut. And what is Bret going to go for here? Oh, is he going to go for the figure 4? He does lock in. That draping figure 4 leg lock around the post. That's going to do some damage to Cena. That's going to help Bret Hart out with another sharpshooter in the future. And how is Bret still going in this one? Literally, he's absolutely peeing with blood. He's leaking liquid energy in this match. Yet he continues on. He's taken 2 AAs. He's taken an incredible beating. I tell you what, Zach, if you are watching, which I hope you are because this is your match, but if you are watching, you've picked a cracker of a match here. I wasn't... Tell you, this was a little bit outside the box. 2 guys we've not really had suggested very much on our random match series so far. So it was great to get a chance to use them, but really they've put on a real good match. Bret Hart showing incredible resilience. Just bringing Cena back up to his feet. Once again, just staring at him. Come on, do something, Bret. Why does the AI do this? It stands there and waited for Cena to come back round before it tried to do another move on him. There's still, I think there must be another patch coming out soon to fix some of these simple AI issues. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Cena taking control. He's going to go for another 5-knuckle shuffle. Come on, Cena. Come on. Show some variance, my friend. 5-knuckle shuffle. And I've got a strong feeling this is the beginning of the end for Bret Hart. I know I've already said that twice so far in this match, but this time I feel like Cena might say that. He's right there. No, he does drag both legs back. 1, 2, and surely 3, and it is 3. Cena picks up the victory over Bret Hart. And you can't blame Bret. He was leaking with blood for a very long period of that match. And it just became very, very difficult for him to continue onwards. Cena picks up a victory. And I think, I don't know if anyone else wants to see some more Cena matches. Like I say, I've only had 2 suggestions so far for Cena, and I think they both got picked out of the hat either today or yesterday. So they've both been done now. It all depends on what you guys want to see. Of course, any suggestions you do have, drop them in the comment section below. If you want anything outside the box, like I said, I'm free to record anything you want to watch. If you want to watch Heath Slater versus Bo Dallas or Heath Slater versus the Honky Tonk Man, then just tell me, and I'll go away and do it. I'll get the... If I have to download created wrestlers, I will do as long as they're available. But yeah, anything is not off limits. Let me know what you want me to see. Also, if you want certain arenas, certain match types, then again, just let me know what you want to see. Also, thank you very much to Zach for this suggestion. It ended up being a very, very good match and one of our longest random matches as well, at about over 18 minutes. And of course, if you have enjoyed this one, then please do hit the like button. It does really help me out. And of course, it doesn't take you very long, does it? Just to hit that thumbs up. And of course, if you are new around here and you've enjoyed what you've seen, then please do hit that subscribe button as well to get a lot more WWE 2K17 footage. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for another random match.